All right, I think we're live again here, just waiting for the thing to. So we're now on binder number 14, folks, and it's again Sunday, July 30th, 2023. We're going to finish up the last two right now. So here we go, another small binder, binder number 14. We left off with Vader. We have another cool one. Last one said Vader Time. This one says Big Van Vader, and that was the thing he used in WCW at the time. He called himself Big Van Vader. So nice, cool, huge blue paint pen there of Vader as Big Van Vader. He's another one whose autograph skyrocketed once he died. He was like a $20 autograph, and then all of a sudden he started going for like 70 just because he dies. It's crazy. So there's Big Van Vader. Next is a nice dual sign one. This is from the Clash of the Champions, I believe in like January of '94, or maybe late '93, November '93. It's one of those. But it says Vader over here as he's giving the press slam to the Nature Boy Ric Flair. So Ric Flair signed over there, Ric Flair 16 times. Vader signed it over there. So nice dual signed photo there of Vader and Ric Flair. And he's giving him like a press slam, gonna slam to the ground. Again, Vader over here in the silver. Flair over here with the 16 time inscription also in silver. Very nice dual sign one of Vader and Ric Flair. All right, next is a dual sign signature photo of Vader and Harley Race. This is like an old Vader type signature, so it says Vader Time, and then Harley Race signing over there. This is towards the end of Race's career managing Vader, because this says he's the United States champion here, and he won it in Starrcade '94, and Race was gone by January '95. So there's a nice dual sign photo though of Vader and Harley Race together, and there's a close up again of the signatures, Vader and Race. Race holding the United States title, and nice cool dual sign photo there of Vader and Harley Race. All right, next we have, hello ladies, the big Val Boesky, Val Venus. He signed right here as Val Venus in a nice yellow or gold type paint pen. So there he is smiling. Sean Morley as Val Venus. Love saying hello ladies. All right, next we have Gangrel in his ECW gimmick when he was known as the Vampire Warrior. Signed up here as Vampire Warrior. So there he is in ECW as the Vampire Warrior. Next we have a WCW wrestler. His name was Vampiro. So there's a nice cool signature there of Vampiro. He was a great WCW wrestler in the dying days around like 99, 2000, maybe '01 as well. Vampiro. Next, this one came from me directly from him through the mail, so he's hard to get. It was Heavy Metal Van Hammer. He wrote, "To Todd, thanks for watching, Van Hammer," and there he's playing his guitar. Van Hammer was in WCW around like 91 to 94, and then he came back later in Raven's Flock during the like 97, 98 era. So this is Van Hammer, spent many years in WCW. Love the slingshot suplex. There he is jamming on his guitar. Next one is a T-Mart special. It's a triple sign Varsity Club photo. So we have Rick Steiner over here, Kevin Sullivan in the middle, and Mike Rotunda there on the right. Triple sign. They were the stable known as the Varsity Club, and they were heels, I believe, around '89 or so. So we have the Varsity Club, Rick Steiner, Kevin Sullivan, and Mike Rotunda. All right, next we have a rare one. Is a women's wrestler, and she invented kind of like the giant swing type move, and she wrestled barefoot. Her name was Velvet McIntyre. So she wrote "Best of Luck" out there. Velvet McIntyre. Best of luck, Velvet McIntyre. There you see it closely, the signature. Best of luck, Velvet McIntyre. There she is in her like leopard type outfit. Semi-attractive woman here, wrestling in the late '80s. I know she faced like Sensational Sherry a few times when she was the women's champion. So there she is, Velvet McIntyre, and the signature down over there. Next we have Velvet Sky. Okay, they're signed up here, Velvet Sky. I'm not sure who's the one that dated Bubba Ray. Was that her, or was that I think it was Angelina Love, not positive, but she was a member of the Beautiful People though. Her name's Velvet Sky, and there she is looking pretty, signed in blue, holding on to her heels and wearing nylons and a skimpy dress, I guess you'd say. Velvet Sky. There's a close-up again. Next we have the wife of Eddie Guerrero, Vicky Guerrero, and she would always say, "Excuse me, excuse me, when she was like the SmackDown general manager. So excuse me, Vicky Guerrero, the wife of the late great Eddie Guerrero. There it is again. Here's a close-up of the signature, Vicky Guerrero. Next we have a lady to mess with, Victoria. She's also known as Tara. This is from 2003 on a WWE photo file, or promo picture, I should say. So there's Victoria signed down there in silver by her body, wearing red outfit, Victoria. Here's a second one of Victoria with like a spider on her outfit, signed over here in silver as Victoria. So she's looking good here. We have Victoria. All right, next, this one came from a T-Mart Marty D'Amato signing. This is the Berserker, but I had him sign it as the Viking, which was his first name when he came into the WWF. So he wrote, "To Todd, best wishes, the Viking," also known as the Berserker. Husk, Husk. So he loves saying Husk, Husk. And there he is, the Berserker yelling Husk, and I had him sign it as the Viking. So you saw him earlier as the Berserker in one of the earlier binders, but there it is, cool signature as the Viking. I might be the only person out there who actually had him sign something as the Viking, not money out there. So very nice signature there of John Nord as the Viking. There's a cool magazine page here. It's signed by the Villanos and also Liz Mark Jr. So it says, "Saludos, Mexico de Villano." Villano number 5, signed it over here. "To Amigo, Villano 4." Villano 4 is the one getting backdropped. I think Villano 5 is like hurt on the outside of the ring somewhere, but he's signed it, not really in the picture. So Villano 4, Villano 5. And then on the bottom over here, this is Liz Mark Jr., who's giving the body press to the Villanos. So a nice triple signed magazine page, again, of the tag team, the Villanos, who are Mexican wrestlers in WCW, and the cruiserweight Liz Mark Jr. 3 extremely rare autographs that probably almost nobody has. I got this in a trade with somebody. So again, Liz Mark down there, and Villano 4 and Villano 5. And on the back is the legendary Bob Pivaroff, who met both Villanos. So here we have Villano number 5, Mexico, along with, where's that Villano 4? Who's one right? Mexico? Okay. So this is, yeah, Villano 5 up here with Bob Pivaroff. Let me just fix this. It's a little screwy here. Let's move this up. Hold on, give me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Okay. All right, I'm back. All right, so you have Villano 5 over here with Bob, and then Villano 4 down there, the one who writes Amigo, so Villano 4, and there he's with Bob. So both of them met Bob Pivaroff. There they are without their masks, so now you know what they look like, the Villanos Mexican Wrestling Tag Team. Next is an autograph that goes for a ridiculous amount now. When I bought him, he wasn't like, he's probably $100 or less. Now people want like $1,000 from him. This is Vince McMahon. This is like his better signature when he was a younger Vince. So he signed it as Vince McMahon right there, the better signature. And there he is doing commentary of Roddy Piper for the Superstars of Wrestling. So nice one there of the legendary Vince McMahon, who's actually in the hospital right now. He's in the late 70s. I think he has a birthday coming up too. It's a birthday in August usually. Vince McMahon. And there it is again. Nice signature there of the man who promotes the World Wrestling Federation, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You're fired. And there's Bob Pivaroff. He actually met Vince McMahon, so there's a full signature there of Vince McMahon. And there he is with Bob Pivaroff. Nice one there. And here's a third autograph of Vince McMahon. This is his modern day lazy signature. He just writes like, I guess, VKM. Anybody could scribble that, but there he is, Vince McMahon, ready to cut a promo on probably an episode of Raw or a pay-per-view or something. The corporate billionaire, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. There it is again. All right, next we have everyone's annoying writer and former magazine worker, and then try to become a tough guy. His name is Vince Russo. The only autograph I ever got from guys, Charlie Hartman, who's on the loose, and Eric Simpson's coming for him. It says, "Peace, Vince Russo," and he draws like a cross. So there he is, Vince Russo. Nobody likes him. The only autograph I ever got from guys, Charlie Hartman. Gimmick tree. There's the full signature again of Vince Russo. Next, we have Kevin Nash as Vinny Vegas. Funny gimmick he played around 92 and 93 in WCW. So there he is as Vinny Vegas in WCW, and there's the signature. He had a good time there with the Snake Guys move, teaming up with Diamond Dallas Page as Vinny Vegas. Next, we have everybody's favorite, Virgil. It will cost you $20 to take a picture with him. So Virgil, WWF. There he is with the $1 million title. Nice photo there of the great Virgil. Very funny man. Loves promoting himself. And I saw recently he even did commentary with some fans on a Survivor Series 92 video. So there's Virgil. He's undefeated at WrestleMania, 2-0, by the way. And there's Bob Pivaroff, who got to meet Virgil. So sign right there, Virgil. This is probably from like the late 80s when he was DiBiase's bodyguard. So there's Virgil with Bob. Here's a cool one. I think it's from, I don't know if it's from the Rumble 91 or a different time, but they're cutting a promo in the ring. It's Virgil and Ted DiBiase, and it's dual sign. So Virgil signed right there by his legs. DiBiase signed by his legs. And DiBiase's berating his bodyguard, making Virgil get to work. He doesn't like it. So there they are together, Ted DiBiase and Virgil. And then the back here is a WWF autograph sheet. It's also signed by Virgil. So another Virgil autograph. Got quite a few here in the collection. Next, we have a dual sign one of Vladimir Kozlov and Santino Marella. As you can see, Santino Marella signed down here. It's a little dark because it's blue on blue, so he wrote Santino. I think you can see it clearly there. It's in blue. And Vladimir Kozlov signed it over here by his chest. He's more clear. They were a funny tag team here towards the late 2000s, maybe 09 or 10. So Santino Marella with Vladimir Kozlov. And on the back here, interesting one, Bob Pivaroff meeting more legends. A rare autograph you don't see often. This is Wahoo McDaniel. So Chief Wahoo McDaniel, nice one there with Bob. So clear signature there of Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Next, we have the big Warlord. We saw him earlier in some Powers of Pain photos. He's on Flair's Survivor Series team. The other one, DiBiase's Survivor Series team. There's a solo one of just the Warlord. This is his Powers of Pain look when he teamed up with the Barbarian. Still in great shape and muscular to this day, the big Warlord. This is one Warlord mailed directly to me in 2013. It's a Powers of Pain photo again with Fuji, which is signed by Warlord. He wrote, "To Todd, thanks for being a great fan, the Warlord 2013. Hard to believe this was already mailed to me 10 years ago. That's how much time flies by. This is from the Warlord. And he's over here in the picture, again with Fuji and Barbarian, only signed by the Warlord. And here's a third one of the Warlord. This was his singles run. He was managed by Slick and later Harvey Wimpleman. Just wrote the Warlord. He's got that W wand, the Phantom of the Opera mask on. Looked like a tough badass like Stone Cold Steve Austin. So there he is, the big Warlord. Next we have Dan Spivey as Life's Are Gonna Be in Waylon Mercy's Hands. You know what I mean? So this is his Waylon Mercy gimmick that he played in 1995. He has that little knife tattoo on his head, which is very cool. Look at that. And there it is, big signature there of Waylon Mercy in the blue. This gimmick was awesome as he would come out, shake everybody's hands, act like a real pal, and then instantly snap and turn heel. I remember when he destroyed Doink on Raw and the crowd chanted, "Kill the Clown." He got a big countout win over Diesel on Superstars when Diesel was the world champion. So there he is, Waylon Mercy. Amazing gimmick, and unfortunately had a knee injury which kept him out of action. All right, this one's extremely rare. This is the tag team Well Done, and both men are now deceased. This was Timothy Well, also known as Rex King, and Stephen Dunn, who's known as Steve Dahl. We saw a solo one of Steve Dahl earlier. This is a magazine page personalized to a guy named Ray. So he wrote, "To Ray, best wishes, Timothy Well, well done." And then over here, Stephen Dunn signed it there. So Stephen Dunn over here, and Timothy Well, who wrote the inscription, signed it over there. So there they are together. The tag team known as Well Done. I think Rex King, actually, he was alive. He mailed me a card, too, so maybe I'll show you the cards one day. He was going to give me some more merch, he said, but then tragically he passed away. It was like at the time of the summer. You want to go to his attic when it's too hot out, and I never got anything else from him. But this is cool, though, to have a personalized Well Done to a guy named Ray, which is Ray Gore, from Well Done. And there's the back of the magazine page. Looks like a Bull Nakano, Alondra Blaze article. All right, here's a rare guy who's in WCW briefly in 1990. His name was Wendell Cooley. So here it says Wendell Cooley. I think he may have been a jobber for a WWF match, too, in 92 or so. I believe this one came from Bobby Gramling or something. This is Wendell Cooley. Next is former ladies champion Wendy Richter. She loved playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and there it is, Wendy Richter, nice big silver signature. There she is with the ladies title, feuded with the Fabulous Moolah, pushed heavily around 1985 and 84, Wendy Richter. And then in the back is the signing with Wendy Richter from this guy named Jimmy. Next is a rare one. This is Shawn Michaels' wife. She was a Nitro girl. Her name was Whisper, so she wrote Whisper, shh. Say Whisper, shh. And nice, cool black and white WCW photo file or promo picture, I guess you call it, from the late 90s of Whisper, Rebecca. Next is Jim the Anvil Neidhart as the Great Who, and he wrestled this in '96. They called him Who, like who is what, who is there. You know, Abbott Costello kind of comedy. So he wrote Anvil, Who? That's pretty funny. So this was played by Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and they called him Who, and he signed it there as Who. So very, very funny inscription there. He wrote Anvil, Who? And he's with the hairy chest. I don't think he got any wins. His theme music was basically like a doorbell or something. It was a joke. They should have played Guess Who when they had him come out. Who? All right, next is the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys. This came from Eric Sims. You have Tracy Smothers up there and Steve Armstrong down over there. They were collectively known as the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys. And they were later called the Young Pistols. So I have the Young Pistols one as well, but this is when they were first called the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys. So again, Smothers on top, Steve Armstrong down there, and there's the dual sign photo overall. The Wild-Eyed Southern Boys. Next, we have the Wild Samoans. I believe they're both still alive too, and they're kind of older. So this is Sika, Samoan Sika, and Afa over there. Captain Lou in the picture with them, but only signed there by Sika and Afa. Very nice dual sign photo of the Samoans. And there they are, the Wild Samoans. There's Sika in the picture. There's Afa over there, so they are signing it. So it's proof of the signing. Next, we have William Regal. This is when he was the commissioner, and he signed it over here, like in a black, a little bit dark by the microphone. So nice one there of William Regal. We saw him earlier as Lord Stephen. There he is as William Regal. Here's an extremely rare one. This is the guy, I think his name is Curtis Iakea, which is also known as the Wizard. So he managed Kamala and Sika, and he used to also was in the Dungeon of Doom and yell, "Sullivan, my son, I bring you Kamala. Sullivan, my son, I bring you Shark." So there he is as the Wizard. You see Sika in the background coming down the aisle, so the big Wizard. Cool photo of him there. It's funny too, because on the 8x10, this thing got stuck on the back. I think that's one of the Briscoes. All right, we saw PG-13 earlier. Here's a solo one, though, of just Wolfie D. So there's Wolfie D. JC Ice in the picture, but this one only signed, though, by Wolfie D. Next is a nice one there of Woman, Nancy Benoit, and she signed over here as Woman. Very beautiful and mystique. This is also PSA cert in Making It Real. Actually some sexy boots, nice tan legs, a blue tank top. Nice one, magazine page there of Woman. Very tough to get. We saw a dual sign 8x10 of her earlier with Kevin Sullivan. But here's a solo thing, though, of just Woman, Nancy Benoit. And again, there's the close-up of the signature. And then in the back, you see there's another picture of her in the magazine. There's the PSA cert. And also here is the fan, Bob Pivaroff. He met her, so she signed it as Woman down there. So another nice one there of Nancy Benoit, also married to Kevin Sullivan as Woman. This was mailed to me directly by Adam Baum, Wrath, whatever you want to call him. So he wrote, Wrath, WCW, 1997-1999. Adam Baum, the Night Stalker. So he wrote all three gimmicks on this nice Wrath WCW promo type picture. So again, all three gimmicks, Wrath from 97-99, Adam Baum, and the Night Stalker. A cool WCW promo type picture. And then in the back is a picture of him signing it for me when he mailed it to me. I have a couple WrestleMania pictures signed by multiple people, so we'll go through them. This is a WrestleMania 3 one. I'll go through each signature. So we have Tito Santana Arriba, Jim the Anvil Neidhart here in blue, Bret the Hitman Hart there in blue, Jimmy Hart Hall of Fame right there, Billy Jack Haynes over here, Jake the Snake Roberts over there, and the Honky Tonk Man in blue over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 guys signed this WrestleMania 3 photo. So again, we have Tito, the Hart Foundation, Bret and Jim, Jimmy Hart, Billy Jack Haynes, Jake the Snake Roberts, and the Honky Tonk Man from WrestleMania 3. Nice one there. 7 guys had signed it. Here's another one from WrestleMania 5, and we'll go through the names here together too. We have Mean Gene up here in silver. The Brooklyn Brawler up there in silver. This is WrestleMania 5. The Honky Tonk Man here in blue. Jim Neidhart over there in black. Bret the Hitman Hart here in pink. Smash of Demolition here in black. Axe of Demolition here in black. Bobby Heenan here in silver. And Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, 2005 Hall of Fame over there in red. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's signed by 9 guys. Again, Mean Gene, the Brawler, the Honky Tonk Man, Axe and Smash Demolition, the Anvil and Bret, the Hart Foundation, Jimmy Hart, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. So 9 names here from WrestleMania 5 on this really nice picture there. Here's a close-up of it again. All right, here's another one. We have a WrestleMania 10 one as well. We'll go through all the names here for the WrestleMania 10 one. We have the bad guy Razor Ramon, since passed away up there. Bret the Hitman Hart here in pink. The 1, 2, 3 Kid there in silver. Alundra Blaze there in silver. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid here in silver. Diesel down here in blue. And Lex Luger down here in silver. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's signed by 7 people. So again, Razor Ramon, Bret Hart, the 1, 2, 3 Kid, not many 1, 2, 3 Kid graphs out there. Alundra Blaze, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, Diesel here in blue, and Lex Luger there also in silver. So signed by 7 people from WrestleMania 10. All right, next we have Balls Mahoney as Xanta Claus. So a very rare gimmick he used briefly in December 95. We got like 2 matches and made an appearance attacking Savio Vega in your house too. So he wrote Seasons Beatings, Xanta Claus. So very rare signature there of Balls Mahoney as Xanta Claus. And there's a close-up again. Seasons Beatings, Xanta Claus. The evil Santa Claus. Xanta Claus. You know, he's from the South Pole, not the North Pole. There's X-Pac. So we talked about the 1, 2, 3 Kid one earlier. There's a solo one of X-Pac on a 1999 WWF promo picture. And again, signed right there as X-Pac with the tongue sticking out in red, not red, green, black, and white type outfit. Here's a dual sign one of X-Pac and Tori, who's his girlfriend at the time. She signed as X-Pac there. Tori signed over here. Looks like she was in such a rush, she didn't get the I in, just says Tor. There's X-Pac and Tori together on an episode of Raw, and he would do the second jump up and down thing, and the pyros would go off. So nice, cool still image of that. And again, X-Pac and Tori both signed it over here. Here's the late, great Yokozuna as the World Wrestling Federation champion. Not many graphs of him out there, so he's with the title. Signed Yokozuna. You see this graph go up every so often for a couple $100. Luckily, when I bought it, it was probably like 30 or 35. So, again, since COVID, this stuff has gotten ridiculously expensive. Yokozuna. That's a close-up of the signature, Yokozuna. And there it is from the Power Play Sports card, guys. Next we have Yoshi Tatsu, current product WWE wrestler, Yoshi Tatsu. I know he's around like in 2010. Won the WrestleMania 26 Battle Royal, Yoshi Tatsu. Sign right there. This is a new one. This is the, what are they called? The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nick Jackson. So Nick Jackson signed over there. Matt Jackson signed it over here. And there it is, the JSA cert, making it real. So there it is. The members of the Bullet Club are also known as the Young Bucks. So Nick and Matt Jackson, there they are together. And someone wanted to buy this one. I got it, but I said I have no autographs, so I want at least one. So if I ever get another one, I will sell it. But there they are together, the Young Bucks, famous for being in the Bullet Club and Cody Rhodes stable. There's the JSA ticket, proving it's real. Next we have the Young Pistols. So we have Tracy Smothers. It says Young Pistols over there. And Steve Armstrong signing down over there. This one came from, of course, our pal ESS, Eric Sims. The Young Pistols. Again, Tracy Smothers signed over there with Young Pistols. And Steve Armstrong signed down there by the edge of his robe. So there's the overall photo there of the Young Pistols. Next, we have the Young Stallions. Jim Powers, Richard gave us to me in person, signed it, and I got Paul Roma to add to it later. He wrote, to Todd, best wishes, Jim Powers, and then Paul Roma signed it over there. I used to help Jim Powers find indie bookings and help him out for years, and Roma became a friend to actually have both their phone numbers, so the Young Stallions together. Nice cool photo there of Powers and Roma. There's a close-up again of the signatures, there they are together. And then on the back, this is when I met them at WrestleMania Weekend Convention. Roma just signed it, so you wrote Pretty Paul Roma. There I am in the middle. And there's Jim Powers at the end. So cool one there of the Young Stallions. And that concludes Binder 14. We got one more left. I'll be right back.